Tonight on the season finale of Shark Tank, Kevin Hart returns to the tank. Kevin is a household name in entertainment, but he is also a prolific entrepreneur and seasoned investor.
I think that a dream is dope because it's yours. I'm willing to make an offer, but, you might not like it.
We know how to grind. Our senior year, we ran this and the $1.3 million in sales in our dorm room.
Wow.
Forget the bag. Go right there.
Hey, Kev, you just drowned Barbara in the ocean.
You didn't even take a breath.
That's business, Barb.
First in the tank is a product in the health and wellness space.
What's going on, Sharks? My name is Alexio Gibson. I was born and raised in the Bahamas, and I am here seeking $500,000 for 5% equity in my company. Ooh. Now, I'm a pretty healthy guy, but I wasn't always this way. In fact, when I was 21 years old, I weighed over 500 pounds and was told that I wouldn't live to see 30. So I knew that I needed to do something right away to get my life back. I started working out more, eating healthy, and even went vegan, Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
So during my transformation, I found a nutritionist ingredient that had 90% of the minerals that our human bodies need, and I incorporated it into my life every single day. Now, what is it? It's called sea moss. Sea moss is a powerhouse marine algae that exists in our oceans and has 90% of the essential minerals that our human bodies have. I wanted everyone to have this product so that they can become the best versions of themselves as well, which is why I created the Transformation Factory, a line of mouth-watering sea moss gels that you can take and get 90% of your nutrients with 2 tablespoons every day. So tell me, Sharks, who's ready to transform the world with me and see nothing but green in the future?
That's a great
Now,
pitch.
Sharks, in the front of you, you have our mouth-watering line of sea moss gels for you to try yourself. You'll be tasting our mango, strawberry banana, pineapple, dragon fruit, and last but not least, our elderberry.
The strawberry tastes very good. It's almost like jam or jelly.
Yes.
More like a smoothie. Tastes more like a smoothie.
So sea moss has 90% of the essential minerals that our human bodies need to function. So you have zinc, boron, you have iodine that treats thyroids, and it also treats the gut. The gut is where our immune system lives. The only sweetener in this is agave, organic agave syrup.
Alexios, you said you lost 300 pounds?
Yes, I did.
How did you do that, and what was that like?
Well, I remember reading an article that, some weight loss contestants on different reality shows worked out 4 to 6 hours a day. And I told myself as a personal challenge, I'm like, man, these people are as big as I am. Some of them are twice my age. What's my excuse? I can do 6 hours. Let's do this.
Wow.
I became obsessed with becoming the best version of myself. I would literally be on the elliptical, and I would be envisioning what does a more healthy version of myself look like, a more confident
Good
version.
for you.
And I started chasing that guy in my mind.
Very, very strong.
Yeah.
Yep, congratulations.
Seriously.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
What are your sales right now?
Right now, we are at 3.5 million sales to date.
Whoa.
Wow.
We started 11 months ago.
Holy cow.
How are you distributing it to get that kind of trajectory?
So the way this actually started, my 80-year-old grandmother was visiting from the Bahamas, who has a lot of comorbidities and taking medication, so I knew I wanted to protect her. I would put this in her coffee every morning. I was sharing stories on my Instagram story, just showing like sea moss lattes every 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll give it to grandma. And they're like, I know what sea moss is. I keep hearing about it. Can I please stop by and get some? I'm a registered nurse. I'm in the COVID wing. And I'm like, absolutely. You ladies are soldiers. Come over, grab it. We didn't charge. And I was giving this away for free, not even thinking that it could have been a business. And it wasn't until I was getting about 60 orders a week, I said, why don't I open an online store to make the process simpler? It exploded. From there, we started running ads. We started getting more SEO traction. We had an 800% growth from February to March when we started running ads, and people knew that we existed.
Did you make any money on the 3.5 million in sales?
Yes, we're about 35% profit margin.
That's what
So you made $1 million in profit.
Yeah, 1.4 million. We poured a lot of it back into the business,
fine.
but we have extremely healthy cash flow.
And is it all still direct to consumer?
It's direct to consumer, 100% online.
So I'm curious what you'd use our money for.
So the way I would use the money is I actually want to have a transformation factory where we have the ingenuity and the machines to shelf stabilize our products.
You want to do that to get on retail shelves, right?
Yes, we want to get on retail shelves.
How much are you selling each bottle for?
So an 8-ounce raw sea moss sells for $24.99.
Whoa. This is $24.99?
Yes, $24.99.
Oh!
But you only use 2 tablespoons.
tablespoons
You don't
a
need the
day.
whole
No,
jar.
And what does it cost you to make it?
The cost for the smallest jar is $4.15.
Well, that's good margins.
Yes.
That's great
yes.
margins.
So how are you dealing with this when you manufacture it? How are you making sure it's clean, safe, pure?
Great question. So, because this comes from outside of the United States, it has to be FDA cleared and cleared by customs to even enter for consumption.
Why would anybody pay $24.99 for a tiny bottle of what looks like baby food? How did they learn about this?
This is a culturally driven product,
It
right?
is.
In our community, African-American community, this is something that is now being raved about, and we're seeing growth in it. So
Okay.
I've actually purchased it, and it was in a plain jar, and it was like an exclusive buy. It almost felt like a drug deal, I'll be honest. It was like, they said, I know somebody that can get you some, and I was like, all right, I'll try it. So everything that you're saying, I do know to be true. What I'm most intrigued about are your numbers. Do you have other investors or partners right
I
now?
am a sole owner.
Good
I
for you,
have
baby.
All on you.
We never
I have
hear
no
those.
loans. I have no debt. Being first-generation entrepreneur and everything, this is where I do need help. So where I really want a strong financial background and a system. That's one area that I would love to be extremely
Then why are
tight
you only giving us
as we grow.
5%? And why
That's
did
a-
you ask for
that's a low
$500,000?
number.
Because you don't need the cash, and you know if you need that much help and guidance, 5% is not going to get us excited.
So, I'm very flexible in that. I'll tell you what I'm looking for the most is I want to work directly with one of you, I just want to be a sponge and keep growing as an excellent CEO.
I gotta be
And-
honest, man. For me, you're checking so many of the boxes. Me being a health and wellness guy, I can understand how this can fit in my other verticals. There's tons of things that I'm now getting my hands into. Something like this could be of interest.
Yes.
I don't see 5% doing it for me. I'm going to ask for 20%. I think that you're going to need a significant amount of help in building the infrastructure to run your business.
Can I tell you something? I was going to make an offer of 20% as well. I think that's a fair price. And I think I have the expertise to help out in a real meaningful way.
So then if that's the case, Barb, then if you want to, we split the 20%, we keep the offer at $500,000, and we go 10 and 10.
Great idea.
That's our offer.
I want to thank you, Barbara and Kevin, so much for your first initial offer. I do want to give the Sharks an opportunity to hear their offers as well.
Understood.
I
Thank
like
you very
that
much.
first initial offer. Interesting. Okay, well, let me give you my first
Did I
initial
say that?
offer, okay, and tell you what I
did,
do
it's
with this.
fine.
I'm really intrigued. I love revenue. I love cash flow even more. You got both, so that's really impressive.
Yes.
I'm going to ask for more, actually. I'm going to give you the $500,000 for 30%, and then I'm going to put Chef Wonderful behind it, and I'm going to sell it direct. I sell millions of dollars of sous vide, cakes, wines, spices, you name it.
None of that has anything to do with the CMOS room.
I'm not doing it for 20% because the amount of work in setting this up and actually fulfilling to a giant direct-to-consumer play like QVC is really, really challenging.
Alexia,
Yes.
I've had an offer on the table way too
Okay.
long.
All
Tell me
right,
right
so,
now if
just
you would
to-
like to move forward or not.
All Sharks are still in. Alexio has 2 offers on the table, one from Kevin O'Leary and another from Kevin Hart and Barbara for his company, Transformation Factory.
Thank you very much, Kevin and Barbara. I love the fact that you guys are interested. What I would say is 20% is a huge amount for $500,000.
Then do the 30% offer
based on our
instead.
current sales. We're doing over $500,000 a month in sales. Our profit margins are great. There's a lot of room for growth. We've managed to do this on our own. And
You
there's
hope.
so many things
you hope,
that we
because you
haven't
don't know what you
scratched.
don't know.
Right.
Alexia, with all due respect, you sound like you really need our help and expertise, particularly when you want to make a left-hand turn into the retail space.
Yep. Yes.
We know how to not tell you what to do. You're the majority shareholder. But we
Yes.
can certainly weigh in on what's wise and what our experience has
Absolutely.
been to help you make a better decision.
Yes.
I don't imagine you could go anywhere else where you could get the notoriety that this character to my right, this cutie pie right here,
Yes.
I'm
Thank
in
you,
love
Barbara.
with.
Thank you.
Not you, not you. You
Well,
know?
I would say I 100% agree with you. My counter offer to Kevin and Barbara would be for 20%, $800,000 in the company. We
How
could
do you
use
like
that
that,
to move
seaweed?
into.
I love
in
you
our
so
numbers.
much, and it sounds so juicy, but no, thank you.
Kevin.
Barb, are you interested in countering back and going to 600 and staying at 20%?
I honestly feel $500,000 with the help
Kevin.
he needs is the right number.
I'll do it with you at that price.
Okay. If you want to go at 600, right?
Yes.
And keep it at 20%.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I truly do believe that there's a significant value in what you have here.
Yes.
And I do honestly believe in your growth potential and also you as a business person. I'm sold on you.
Yes.
You're going to need people that have relationships. I know that if Mark aligns himself with me, that makes whoever I want to get on the phone even that much
happened
faster.
for the
Because you don't want to
small
go
amount
over
of money?
500. I said I
You
would go to
said you
600.
didn't want to go to 600.
But you didn't even take a breath. Now I'm jealous.
Well, that's business, Barb. You know, like I know, you
Barb,
can't think
is he
about
still
it.
a cutie pie?
No, not at all.
So now you have an offer
Yes.
where it's
So,
Mark
Alexio,
and
what do
Kevin
you
for
want to do? You give it to us
$600,000.
for
I
600.
love that offer. Mark, I'm a huge fan. We're both vegan. I love it. 600,000, 20% to work with both of you would be incredible. You guys have a deal.
Done.
Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Congrats on what you accomplished.
Hey, man, you accomplish big things, big things, man.
Thank you.
Love your story.
Thank
Love
you.
your story, love your
Thank
business
you.
mind. All right?
Thank you so much, Mr. Wonderful, Lori,
Yeah.
and
Got it.
Barbara.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
man.
Take care. Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Yes. Making a deal with Mark and Kevin is incredible, and growing my business with them is a dream come true. Yeah, I got a deal. Yeah, baby.
Hey, Kev, you just drowned Barbara in the ocean.
Well, I didn't drown Barbara in the ocean. I wanted Barbara.
Got away from me so
savage.
fast.
I wanted Barbara as a partner there, but Barbara didn't want to go up.
But he's a rock solid guy.
What a guy, honestly,
Great
though.
guy.
I think a story behind a product makes a product that much better.
This season, we watched our Shark Tank entrepreneurs achieve great success and make a difference in the world.
Chapul is paving the path to our $50 million insect farm, a robotic farm that will divert 10 truckloads of food waste every single day and create 50 to 75 new jobs.
Drink spiking is so prevalent around the world. We're on a mission, and the world's going to know.
We've kept 1.7 billion sticky notes out of landfills, planted over 40,000 trees, and converted our factory into entirely wind power.
Seniors no longer have to call their family or friends to come help them change their sheets. This has given them such a sense of independence.
Dope for Hope has donated more than $60,000 to break the stigma around mental health and addiction recovery.
I want to spread the knowledge of the real dinosaurs to kids. That sense of awe that makes you wonder about all of nature.
I'm so excited about this thing because it's moving at lightning speed.
Within 5 minutes of airing, we sold out on Amazon. It's been just over a month and a half since we aired, and I did $375,000 in sales.
Before Shark Tank, our sales were at $117,000. Now, our lifetime sales are $4.4 million.
We've hit $6.3 million in sales.
With over 900,000 Supercubes trays sold, we've done $14 million in lifetime sales.
It's been 9 years, and we now have $40 million in sales.
You're just shaking up an industry. Our total gross sales was only $300,000. Dude Products now has a total of $120 million in sales.
Yeah, we flying on the show.
An entrepreneur's journey is a tough road. It's emotional. If you have been crying about your dreams and your dreams aren't big enough, you're gonna receive 1,000,001 no's, but you have to keep on going because that one yes will change your entire life.
Our advice to entrepreneurs is to find something that you love, do it with the person you love, and you will be unstoppable.
We're very excited to help you guys grow.
There definitely is no age limit to entrepreneurship. If you're in high school or college, you can be as successful as anyone older.
It's possible to change your path. I used to be a teacher. That's what I'd always wanted to do. But when family came into the picture, I took a leap of faith and made it work.
Something like this can only happen in a country like America. I just hope that other people out there can look at this and realize that you can follow your dreams and you can make something out of nothing. That's just the American way.
Next in the tank is a company seeking to help college athletes maximize their potential.
What's up, Sharks? My name is Hunter, alongside my partners Jason, Austin, and Charles. We're here today seeking $650,000 in exchange for 5% of our company.
Wow.
Wow.
Having been a D1 college basketball player and playing for the NBA, I've witnessed the many challenges that athletes experience by not being able to monetize their brand.
Charles and I would regularly walk by the campus bookstore and see jerseys with his number selling on them, and not a penny went to him. As you all can imagine, this really pissed us off.
So, Sharks, that's why we decided to take matters into our own hands.
Before you knew it, the Players Trunk was born as a platform for former and current collegiate athletes to monetize their brand by selling player-owned, team-issued, and game-worn gear.
Customers go to our site, search for their favorite college or athlete, and find the gear in each player's collection.
In our first 12 months of business, we have over 800 athletes on our platform. Additionally, in the first 2 months of the name, image, and likeness period, brand new to college sports, we have signed up dozens of athletes to the platform.
We've put in the work, and we know how to grind, but we would love it if you would join our hustle.
So let me jump in just so everybody understands what's going on here, right? So when they talk about NIL or name, image, or likeness, that's a brand new rule.
Yeah.
So up until this past year, college athletes couldn't get paid, amateur athletes couldn't get paid at all. Somebody sued, and that led to all the rules being changed.
It's about time. Wow.
So now every college athlete
Has the
is
opportunity to make
allowed to
money.
sell their name, image, and likeness and start to make money. And some of them are really getting paid. But there's a lot of competition in this space, right? Because everybody sees it as a gold rush. So what sets you guys apart? What's your secret sauce?
So one, it comes down to relationships. We're young, we're 21 to 23-year-olds. College kids see the hustle, they see the grind, they can relate to us. And also, especially with the NIL and merchandising, we have licensing deals with 13 of the most prestigious universities, so that really adds value to a lot of
Any of this exclusive?
There's a couple ways we can structure deals with athletes. Some are on an exclusive basis, and some are not. But there are also tons of guys and girls who are making a very solid amount of money out of college selling their old team-issued gear. Post-collegiate opportunities, if they want to sell their jersey, we don't need to pay licensing. This gear is theirs once they leave.
Let's say you got a Class A player and he's going to sell his old jersey. What do you get for that?
On the vintage stuff, once they're out of school, we're keeping 20% on that. On the custom merch, the t-shirts, the hoodies, the collectibles, the phone cases that we're producing, we're keeping 40% on that.
My personal jerseys were selling for north of $1,000.
That's great.
How much did you get of the 1,000?
He got the whole thing because he's
that's
co-founder of the company.
How much work are you doing to spread the word, doing the social, pushing people to the site to get them to buy merch?
Yeah, the biggest thing for us in terms of customer acquisition has been the athletes promoting on their own social following, given that...
So you're just providing the logistics and infrastructure.
Exactly.
And then once they leave, they can sell their vintage stuff at a much higher price.
Exactly. Once their eligibility is completely exhausted.
So I'm looking at this deal. So 5%, $650,000, $13 million valuation. What are your sales?
Yeah, so we started the company just over a year ago, and since that time, we've done $1.3 million in sales.
Good for you guys.
How much have you made on that?
$200,000 we've made on that.
Our senior year, we ran this and the $1.3 million in sales in our dorm room in college. So now that we actually feel that we have the opportunity to go on these college campuses, interact with the student athletes, face-to-face is always better to get deals done. Like, we feel like the sky's the limit.
All right, guys, look. The big behemoth in your space for merchandise is a public company. It trades at a 20 multiple. On this $200,000 that you're making, that would make you worth, if you were public and equivalent to them, which you're not because they're so much bigger than you, you'd be worth $4 million. Instead, you're telling me I got to pay 10 times your sales. $650,000, 5%, $13 million. That's nuts. You get $1.3 million in sales. Your valuation's crazy. I mean, you're good guys, but who told you to walk in here with that valuation?
Do you
Because
guys
right now,
have
I think
other
it's a huge
investors?
problem.
Have you raised money so
Yeah,
far?
so we raised a round a few months ago. It valued the company at $10 million. So again, coming in at 13, we have...
Well, what was that deal specifically?
So we raised money at a $10 million valuation. We raised $1.25 million.
From whom?
From a very credible, established venture capitalist firm in Chicago that, among others, are backers of Cameo and other large marketplaces out there.
But they're not sharks. I think that's a crazy valuation. Now, look, maybe they're putting other people's money to work. This is my money, okay? My money. I don't do stupid deals. This
He's
deal's
a bottom
it's
fisher
stupid.
is what he is.
Guys, I'm out.
At 5%, it's tough.
Not worth it.
Right? That's extremely tough. You know, for something like this to happen, there has to be a major upside in return. So, you know, me and Mark were talking. I'm willing to make an offer, but, you know, you
might not like it. You know, you're asking us to give money, but you need us to go work for you.
You need our legs.
And so while venture capital money is great, Mark Cuban money and Kevin Hart money and name is a whole lot greater.
It's a different ballgame.
So go ahead, Kevin.
We're asking for 30%.
Right, so $650K that you asked for 30%.
That's a rich deal.
It is and it isn't. So there's no amount of money that you could pay otherwise to get an NBA owner and one of the biggest stars in the universe to add credibility to your company. And what I always say, look, 70% of a watermelon is a whole lot better than 95% of a grape.
Hey guys, I'm not in this deal. Officially, I'm out because I want to just give you some advice. Why don't you make your deal contingent on them actually delivering those stars to you, not hearsay.
Frankly, I don't think you're worth anywhere near $10 million. I think you're actually worth about $2.1 million. Laura, are you going to make an offer? What are you going to do?
Well, listen, I don't think that this is the right business or valuation for me. So for those reasons, I'm out. But you have a deal from Mark and from Kevin Hart. Are you going to counter them, or what's going on in your heads?
There is no counter, guys.
I don't understand the reservation here.
Yeah, guys, you got to make a decision.
Look, I don't think, you know, there are better strategically aligned partners than you guys. I think that from our standpoint, to come down, you know, to that valuation, no matter who it's with, it's just not in our best interest right now. I realize that you guys could bring in star athletes. You have the star power. I think that our counteroffer would probably be $750,000 for 7.5%.
No.
Which is understandable. I think that it's just, for us, it's not smart to go below that seat.
I love that you are staying true to what you believe in, as you should. That was our offer. You know, if it's not taken, then we're out.
Yeah, we're out.
Guys, I also respected you until you turned that offer down. Now I think you're bozos.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Good luck today.
Thanks, guys.
Ciao.
When their friends see this and they said, you turned down Mark and Kevin?
I don't understand that.
They're going to be
They
like,
only made
what?
$200,000.
I get pitched this exact same thing all the time.
Yeah.
So there are no barriers to entry. To have us together,
it's strong.
Oh my God.
They missed that opportunity.
I think for us, it's no regrets at all. I'm proud of the guys, and you know, proud that we stuck to our guns and you know, walked away from that deal.
Next up is a product to take your workouts to the next level.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Tony the Black Stallion Adeniran from Houston, Texas. And my ask is $100,000 for 10% of my business, the Aqua Boxing Glove. But before I start, I need to prep for one of Mr. Wonderful's royalty debt deals. I know how you like to roll.
He knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Yo,
Wow, take that, Kevin.
Forget the bag. Go right there.
Kevin?
That would really hurt Mr. Wonderful.
Woosah. All right, now I'm ready to go. As a professional boxer for the last 16 years, I've been hitting the heavy bag and cracking skulls in the ring. As a result, I lost 4 years of my professional boxing prime due to hand injuries from the constant impact. I knew there had to be a better way to train. So I created the Aqua Boxing Gloves. The Aqua Boxing Gloves are the only boxing gloves in the world that do not require a heavy bag or impact to get an intense, dynamic resistance workout. And they're so simple to use. All you have to do is add water, strap them up, and you're ready to train.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm talking improving speed, cardio, not to mention burn fat and build muscle. It's a total body training tool all in one. Most of all, you can train anywhere, anytime, without the annoying bag and chain. Just add water, baby. It's the bachelor of all boxing gloves. Now, who's ready to sweat?
This is heavy.
Yes.
How much does this weigh?
So when it's empty, it weighs about 2.5 pounds, but you can fill it up as heavy as 6 pounds.
So the hard question is, how do you get the second one on when you're by yourself?
Boxers would just bite that Velcro strap and pull it across.
Pull it over with your mouth, yeah.
And Kevin should know. I see him on Instagram boxing all the time.
So all the gloves are pretty much the same size?
Yes, so my goal is, with investment today, we can go ahead and create a different size. So right now, this is for the average size hand to the larger hand. I want to do one that's for average to the smaller size hand.
I honestly feel myself getting faster already. Oh my God, I had a flashback. I had a flashback.
So what do you sell these for and what do they cost you to make?
So I'm going to be selling them for $199 retail.
Going to, so you're not selling them yet?
Yeah, so I'm not selling them yet. We just launched a Kickstarter last month. We did $40,000 in sales with minimal marketing.
And what did you sell them for in Kickstarter, and have you delivered them yet?
On Kickstarter, we did them for $99, and we have not delivered them yet. I went ahead and took some samples and tested them on athletes and my regular fitness clients because I own a boxing gym. So I had them just cycle through and test them to give me any reason why somebody would need to return them, get our hand sizes down, and all that good stuff.
Tony, what do they cost to make?
So they cost us right now $50 to make, and we can get this cost down another 30% when we get volume up and we get more molds.
To me, there is some satisfaction, I would think, in hitting a bag, right?
Yes.
Like that feeling of I don't know.
It's a hassle. It's a hassle to get a bag set up in your house, or you got to go to a gym.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
But Kevin, how did that feel? Kevin, when you had it on, how did that feel?
It's a workout. It's a workout for sure. And what I think that this is more of a fitness product.
Right. It's not a boxing training.
Your actual boxer, right? This is more about the person that wants the workout that comes from boxing without having access to said heavy bags.
Like a weight bar or something.
100%.
So what's your background? How did you get involved in this?
Yeah, so, I'm a first-generation American. My parents came from Nigeria to give us a better life. It was actually very hard for me transitioning into becoming a boxer because, when you come from overseas and you have, people who immigrate and give up everything to get here, they don't want to see you taking major risks. So my parents are like, you're crazy. They're seeing backyard fighting on TV and they're thinking that's what I'm doing.
Speaking of boxing, you said that you actually have a boxing gym. It's a business.
Yes.
Now, those kinds of businesses got wiped out during the pandemic. What happened to yours?
So we took a big hit. Last year was one of the toughest years in business and personally that I've ever had. When the pandemic hit, my gym shut down. So I pivoted my business. I started driving from house to house, going to my clients. I would stand at the bottom of the driveway and I'd be calling out 1-2s, combinations, all that good stuff.
Good for you.
And every day I would watch my clients and I was like, I got to figure something out because even if I wanted to travel with that, I couldn't. Even if I had a truck, so that's where I came up with the idea.
This product was born out of the pandemic. That's basically what happened. Tony, I love the hustle. I see that. I get it. But
I'm your guy. If anybody's going to do it.
I'm trying to figure out, when I do a Shark Tank deal, where can I add the leverage? This is not a product category that I have momentum in anywhere. That's the only reason I'm not doing this. I'm out.
I completely understand. I appreciate the respect.
You're right in the beginning. You have a lot farther to go. You're going to get there. But there's so many things I don't know that it's not the right investment for me. I wish you good luck. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Thank you. That's all right.
Look, I like the product. The challenge is, as a sole proprietorship, where it's your business, you don't have to scale a lot, right? You could sell 1,000 of these at $200 a pop every quarter and make good money, right? And that's a good business. But that's not a good investment, right? Because in order to get it to scale, it's going to take a lot of money, a lot of packaging, and you're not close to that yet. So for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay. I appreciate it.
So this is my cup of tea. I feel like it's not my bailiwick at all. So simply because of my lack of knowledge, I am out.
Totally understand. Thank you.
Tony, I mean, look, the hustle behind it, amazing. I gotta be honest, man, you know, boxing is always about the experience for me. It's always about the feeling of, oh my God, I'm in there, I'm hitting something. Whether it's the mitts, whether it's the bag.
One question. If you had to train right now, I know you love boxing, and you travel a lot, how would you train right now?
I'm going to shadow box.
Why not travel with those gloves?
For me to go and take this with me and strap up and then say, okay, you know, now I'm ready. This seems like a lot for me. That's me personally.
You can get a better workout with those in 15 minutes than you could with shadow boxing in 1 hour. I can see a guy like you see a guy like you leading the charge on this. If you put these gloves on, I can see a million other people putting these gloves on.
Tony,
why not?
If I can't passionately speak on your product, then I'm not the right partner. Your partner should be able to stand side by side with you and match your level of energy. If I can't do that, then I'm of no value to you. I'm not the right partner for you in this particular space.
Understood.
That's why I'm out.
Okay. I appreciate it.
Good luck,
Thank
Tony.
y'all so much.
You'll
Good
get
luck,
there.
man.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck, Tony.
The Sharks definitely missed an opportunity, but it is what it is. I'm going to continue. I'm a fighter. That's what fighters do. You get knocked down, you get back up. But I don't even feel like I got knocked down today. Shoot, I'm still standing, baby.
Up next, a new approach to a fast food favorite.
Hi, my name is Lucas Bradbury, founder and CEO of Project Pollo, America's first vegan chicken fast food chain. Sharks, I'm here to protest. We demand change. Now, when it comes to quick serve restaurants, there's only two options available. One, something that's affordable, made from very questionable meat-based product, or two, something that costs a wing and a leg that's on the healthier side. And as Americans, we all deserve affordable access to plant-based foods. And that's why we created Project Pollo, real delicious food made from real plants. Now, our original project is a hand-breaded crispy chicken patty that's made from 100% soy, and it's truly to die for. But no animals had to die for it to be this good. Now, we didn't just stop there. We also have burgers, wraps, salads, shakes, and oh yeah, my personal favorite, buffalo mac and cheese. And take a look at that. And Sharks, our mission was simple. We wanted everyone, regardless of their income, to be able to afford these options. After all, the future of mass consumption is plant-based. Now, Sharks, it's time that we demand better. It's time that we free the chickens. It's time that we start putting people over the profits and start doing pollo with a purpose. And that's why I'm here today, embrace yourself, Sharks, seeking $2.5 million in exchange for 5% of my company, Project Pollo.
Hello.
Now, Sharks, before you all choke on that valuation.
$50 million valuation. $50 million.
$50 million. I'd like the opportunity for all to try the product I've made for you guys today. So in front of you, the half sandwich is going to be our deluxe chicken sandwich. You have our chicken nuggets on there, served alongside of our fries, and then, of course, the buffalo mac and cheese sitting there. Happy to answer questions for you guys, but please enjoy.
Really good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Wow.
Coming from a true chef, that's amazing.
Yeah, Chef Wonderful likes it. I've tried a lot of fake chicken. This is the best I've had.
I appreciate that. It's proprietary for us, and that's one of the reasons we really are taking this initiative to scale out as quickly as we are.
Really?
Thank you.
Lucas, do your customers get fooled by the name? I would assume pulling up to your place that Project Pollo meant it was chicken.
Yeah, and so we did that strategically because we wanted to engage with the guests, and we explain at the counter, this is 100% plant-based. We have people that are reluctant that want to step back and say, oh, no, it's not for me. That's our interaction with them to say, let us give you a sample, let us buy your first meal. It's on us. If you don't like it, no problem.
Okay, Lucas, look, the food's great, okay? I got it. 50 million valuation. Lucas, honey, sweetie, poopsie, let's get right to it. You must have a ton of sales.
Yeah, so I really thought that there was a void in the market for someone to really take some initiative and go on a national level, positioning themselves to put plant-based foods out there.
Is there a number coming soon?
There is. Let me tell you this little backstory here. And
the number gets smaller the later it comes.
So typical story: max out credit cards, take every bit of savings out of the family's account. My wife never knew about it, dumped it all, bought a food truck. Response was great. That was September 18th last year. And then opened another location December, January,
Are these
February.
trucks or locations?
These are all physical brick and mortar locations now.
Corporate owned.
Corporate owned.
Open one a month?
We have our 11th and 12th locations opening next week. Right now, if we stopped current progress with these opening stores, we'd be doing just roughly shy of 10 million.
Let's talk about what you've done year to date.
Year to date, we're shy of 3 million. That's going through the end of August. We're shy. Forward looking, we should be hitting 6.
And that 3 million is how many stores?
That's off of 8 stores.
Wait, you opened up all these stores in 1 year? I've never heard of such a thing.
How did you do that so fast?
Yeah, so I don't want to drag this on for the next 5 years, wondering if my concept has validity, if it has scalability. So originally made the decision, like, we're going as fast as we possibly can. So
and you didn't have proof of concept, so you needed a lot of money, you needed a lot of manpower, and it's taking an enormous risk all at once.
100%.
Where did you get all the other money? Obviously, it's
Yeah,
not
so
just for
let me walk
Maxine.
you through the money. So bootstrapped out of my pocket to start off with.
So how much money did you put into it?
That was the food truck, right?
That was the food truck. Our first location in Austin. All in, I put about roughly ballpark about 60,000 up front, obviously not paying myself or anything, and then maxing out cards, different things of the sort to get us to that Austin location. Got it open. Obviously, Austin, Texas is a very receptive market for plant-based. Exceptionally well, right off the bat.
What were your sales?
So at first in Austin, we were doing only about $10,000 a week. Over about a 90-day period, that got up to about $23,000 a week, and it became a really, really good store for us because that store is about 27% profit margin. As we continue to scale, going into next year, I have out 18 additional locations we're going to be opening, but we have the foundation to do 24.
It seems to me, I'm sorry to be doubtful.
Sure.
And I'm an optimist.
Yeah.
But it seems way, way too spectacular for me.
I'm confused as to how
How could that
so
be?
fast. Like figuring out where these locations would be, getting some type of real estate deal, onboarding a team, and then for your locations in other cities, like what?
And building it out, like even
and not
to
having
build out
total
the space.
chaos, which comes with
Total
extreme
chaos.
growth.
I thrive in chaos. I'm an operator.
I'm just curious, what is your debt to have done all of that so
Debt?
fast?
How much money
We'd
did
have
you raise?
$0 in debt.
Yeah,
You
how
have
much
zero
raised?
debt?
Yeah, so I raised 1.75 million back in June at a 17.5 million valuation off a single investor. That capital can take us up through the end of next year. Back to your question when you asked, like, how is it done? COVID obviously was devastating for a lot of people. You had a lot of nationals that liquidated. I thought of it as an opportunity to go in and get those leases.
You were getting a great rate.
We got great rates. I signed 10-year deals.
Wow.
Of course you did.
Well, yeah.
What's your background? I mean, you are like, savant-like with all of this.
So I grew up super low income family. My dad was a bus driver, and my mom, she was a cook at our elementary. I got made fun of my whole life for my mom being our elementary cook. And so I wanted nothing to do with the restaurant business. College came around, needed money, became a delivery driver at a Pizza Hut, and my personality and my drive, I moved up really quick, and through all the positions, supervisor, managers, etc. I caught myself in a great divide because I wanted to continue in the QSR space, but I just recently turned vegetarian at that time. And I had an opportunity to go work for a regional company out of San Antonio that was plant-based, and they were wanting to scale. Quickly in our scale, we went from one location, increased sales by 72% within 6 months, opened up 3 additional locations.
So this enormously lightning speed of growth is not new to you. You've been doing this a while.
It's not new, but it's the interesting part. Like I said earlier, I want to find out real quick validity and scalability.
Lucas, let me take a stab at it, okay? I'm a pragmatic investor, financial balance sheet guy.
Sure.
I'm very impressed with your executional skills. I believe you. This rush to open units is quite impressive. But you're asking me to pay you a valuation as if you've already achieved a 10 million run rate. I'm choking on it, not the chicken. I'm choking on the valuation.
All sharks are still in, but they are concerned about the ambitious timeline and high valuation of Lucas's fast food vegan chicken business, Project Pollo.
You're asking me to pay you a valuation as if you've already achieved a 10 million run rate. I'm choking on it, not the chicken. I'm choking on the valuation. I'm having a real hard time with it.
Yeah,
I got to give you
discuss two
$2.5 million,
topics
which is a serious chunk of change. I get basically nothing. I get a tip in equity, and as you finance, if it's not going to be debt equity, I get diluted further down. I feel like I'm getting deep fried. Like it's
Great.
just, it's brutal. I can't go there. I'm out.
Appreciate that feedback.
Let me jump in as well. What you've accomplished is great, but I've got two problems. One, plant-based does not mean healthy.
Sure.
There's nothing healthy about what you're
Absolutely
doing,
not.
right? And to me, that's going to fall off trend very quickly. I think over the next 2 to 3 years, it's going to go the opposite direction, where plant-based and healthy have to go together. That's a challenge in my mind. That plus the valuation, I'm out.
Okay, I respect that. And I understand the healthy aspect of that. Our concept is built around accessibility and affordability for the average
How
American.
much does it cost? I
Average
don't think
item-
we know what a chicken sandwich costs.
Our average menu item is $6.50.
I'm gonna say, man, you know, it's so fast. It's like I got the truck. After I got the truck, we did this. I thrive in chaos, and that's how I succeed. And now we're here. I think it's too much of a risk, especially for what your ask is for me. So for that reason, I'm out.
Is there a number that makes more sense to you that may not be such a high valuation that you're more comfortable making that, investment in? Listen, I'm here to make a deal with a partner. I'm not here for commercial. I'm not here for the prime time. I'm here looking for a real partner.
Let me clear the field here. You remind me of the business called Tom and She probably 7 years ago. They came into Shark Tank. Great guys, great operation. They had 2 stores when they came in here, a truck and a store in St. Louis. Within 2 years, they had 35. Within 4 years, they lost everything.
They were bankrupt.
They not only lost their business, they lost both houses.
How much
it's the
debt did
saddest
that
thing to be
company
part
assume?
of. I'm not suggesting that to you, but they were too darn fast.
So fast.
And all my buttons are going up. Okay, so the idea that you're building a business so that you could be worth a lot, and the idea that you're moving so fast, it's like the farthest thing that I could ever feel comfortable with and even go to bed at night and sleep. I wouldn't be able to do it. So for those reasons, about it.
I appreciate that. I really do.
And you know, I think on the one hand, I understand where your mind is going. It's like, look what I did. I was smart. I was scrappy. I went into real estate where no one else had it, so I got 10-year locked in, great rates. But you're like a tornado, right? So you don't know what's going to happen when that touches down, because you want to keep going. The cyclone's still going, and that's scary to me. And your valuation's astronomically high. I'm out.
I get that it's high. And again, I'm looking for a partnership here.
$2.5 million, too much.
Make me a deal.
Yeah, it's like too much. I mean, if you come in here for $500,000, might have worked, but not this. I'm sorry, Lucas. Thank you.
Appreciate everyone.
We're sorry.
Thank you guys for the
Great,
feedback.
though.
I hope
Thank you for
to serve in a
sharing
city
it.
near you soon. Thank you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
The Sharks gave me a lot of valuable advice today. A lot of it was to slow down. I'm not taking the advice to slow down. Lori compared me to a cyclone. I'm from Kansas. Tornadoes are in our backyard every day. We're going to explode, and we're going to continue this pattern and go all across the United States, opening up Project Poyos.